Hi, I'm Jerry James Stone, and in today's video, I'm going to show you how to stock your pantry with pretty much the basics. So these are the things that you need just to always have on hand for whatever you're going to be cooking or baking. Let's get to it. So as I mentioned, these are just the staples that you need in your pantry for whatever you're cooking or baking. The first thing is salt. I prefer sea salt because sea salt lasts indefinitely. You can have, iodized salt. The problem with that is it only lasts for about 5 years. So just keep that in mind when you have that salt in your pantry. The next pantry staple that you need is pepper. Now, if it's ground pepper, it's gonna keep fresh for about 2 years. But if you buy the peppercorns themselves and grind them on your own, it'll actually last for about 4 years and stay fresh. After salt and pepper, it's that extra virgin olive oil. A total staple, right? For cooking, salads, lots of different things. It stays and keeps fresh for about 2 years. One thing that's really important when it comes to olive oil is don't store it anywhere near a heat source. Okay, another great ingredient to have on hand is vegetable oil. Vegetable oil will actually keep for about a year in your pantry if stored properly. And what's olive oil without some vinegar, right? So if you have white vinegar or apple cider vinegar, those will last indefinitely. Obviously you can't have just, white vinegar and apple cider vinegar, so there's also balsamic vinegar. So it really depends on how the balsamic vinegar is made. If it's a traditional balsamic vinegar, which is a little bit on the pricier side and not what most people buy, that'll last about 20 years. It'll stay fresh that whole time. But if you have the cheaper stuff, the more commercial grade balsamic vinegar, that's only gonna last a couple years past the expiration date. So just make sure that you know what kind of balsamic that you're purchasing. And our last vinegar, rice vinegar. So I'm talking about rice vinegar that's unseasoned. So if it's unseasoned, it'll keep for about 5 years in the pantry, but actually 10 years if you keep it in the fridge. Getting out of the liquids and into those dry goods, next up is our all-purpose flour. So all-purpose flour is obviously used for a lot of baking recipes, but also for cooking. Now, if you store all-purpose flour in the pantry, it'll keep for about a year past the best by date. But if you store it in the fridge or in the freezer, it'll actually last up for 2 more years past that best by date. And lastly, granulated sugar, another pantry staple. So if you have granulated sugar, that'll actually also last indefinitely. All of these items prefer to be stored in, for the most part, a dark, cool place. Really light is their enemy. Their other enemy is moisture. So, having an airtight container for those dry goods is really, really important. Making sure that you're storing the liquids properly in an air, they're sealed, those caps are sealed on, is also really, really important. And just as a general rule, no matter what, if the color seems off, the flavor seems off, you see any signs of mold, anything like that, toss it out. That means it's no longer good. If you like this video, hey, give me a thumbs up. If there's something you want to see, drop a comment below. And if you like to cook like I do, subscribe. I release new videos every single week. See you next time. But if you have iodized salt, then just take note. Let me go turn off my computer sounds.